How would you feel if you get into Canada in 30 days and in just 14 days you are in Canada with your entire family? Today I'll be talking about another route, I'll be talking about another pathway in which you can use to come into Canada. As you know me now, I'm always talking about lots of strategies and different ways in which you can use to relocate from your country and come into Canada. We will be talking about the Global Talent Stream, GTS. The GTS, which is the Global Talent Stream, is a program that is initiated by the government of Canada to ensure that people who are skilled, this is people who have experience in certain areas, are allowed to come into Canada.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get.
Hey people, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm sharing with you the most recent way. This is the most fastest way in which you can use to come into Canada in just 14 days. In just 14 days without you writing the IELTS. So this Global Talent Stream has actually made the immigration process very easy because it provides a specific work permits for your employer. That's the company that will be recruiting you, so that they'll be able to provide a work permit for you for free, and that work permit will be able to sponsor your family. Your family could be your spouse, which could be your husband, your wife, and also then your kids. And your spouse can have an open work permit. Remember, yours is a closed work permit because you only have to work for that specific company, but your spouse will be on open work permit, so they will be able to work for other companies. So this latest news, this latest program by the Canada government is such a nice one that you're able to get your visa approved in 14 days. So let's talk about the things you stand to gain. Let's talk about the benefits of this program. Okay, so with this program, you will not be writing the IELTS, there is no ECA, you do not need the LMIA, and there is nothing like proof of funds. So you don't need to put money into your account because you want to show the immigration officers at the border or at the point of entry. These are all of the benefits. And also remember, with this visa, you're able to sponsor your spouse who is going to be on open work permit, and your spouse would not need to work for only one company. Right? Your spouse can work for any company that he or she wants and can decide to work for more than 2 or 3 companies, depends on the timing. And you can also bring in your kids into the country. As you know, there are free education. Okay, so in as much as we have all of these, there's something called the LMBP, which is the Labor Market Benefit Plan, and this is what is going to give your employer that specific work permits. The cost of this is just $1,000. Don't worry, you are not going to pay for this. Okay, so your employer is a person who is going to bear the cost of this form. So your employer is going to pay for it, get that specific work permit, and then send it to you. The most sweetest of all the benefits is that in just 14 days, guys, in just 14 days, your visa will be approved. Can you beat that? So now let's talk about the GTS program. What is the Global Talent Stream program? The Global Talent Stream program is a program that is initiated by the government of Canada to ensure that they are able to bring in people who are skilled or have experience in certain areas, and those people, they cannot find them here in Canada. Do you understand? So because they cannot find these people in Canada, they open the doors, they open the borders of your country, such that from whatever part of the world that you are in, and you know that you are skilled in a particular area, you can go in for this program. You are needed, you are wanted here in Canada, such that you'll be able to sponsor yourself and every single member of your family. The basic salary for this particular program per annum is $80,000 per annum. So you can see, this is basically the fastest way to come into Canada this year 2023, even next year 2024, until another program comes up. And trust me, when another program comes up, I will always bring it to you, because I will do anything to bring all the strategies that you need to come into Canada. Are you watching this video till this time? Hey, come on. If you are watching this video till this time and you like what you're hearing and you think I'm helping you in getting the strategies to come into Canada, please, I'm not asking for too much. Just click on that like button, click on the like button, put on your bell notification, so whenever I put a new video, you will be the first to get notified. And if you have any question based on what you've heard so far, or based on what I will be speaking for the remaining few minutes I have to the end of this video, kindly drop all of your comments in the comment section. And like I always do, I always reply all of the messages that you send to me. I'm not going to stop now, right? Let's go on. So this Global Talent Stream program is a program that allows employers in Canada that need people to work for their company, but the people that are in this country do not have that skills or that experience that is required for this job type. So this program opens the door to the whole world, okay, for the whole world to come in, apply for this program, and then they make a selection based on the skill that you have and then the position that you applied for, and then they will get you that visa, and you'll be getting 3 years visa, okay? And before the completion of this 3 years visa, you can apply for your permanent residence, which is usually for as long as 10 years. And of course, before the end of this 10 years, in just a few number of years, in just a short while, you can get your citizenship. So actually, lots of employers like this program, which is one of the reasons why I said this is the fastest means of you coming into Canada. You know why? Because the application process for this particular program is very easy for employers. It is very easy for employers because unlike the LMIA, whereby employers need to employ people from outside of the country to work in this country, first of all of the positions in Canada need to be filled, right? So you will need to give the government a reason why you have not finished employing the people inside of Canada, and then you want to go outside to bring in people from outside the country, right? For this particular program, nothing like that. It gives the employer the direct access to ignore the people here in Canada as long as they do not have the experience, as long as they do not have that skill that the company needs. So it gives them easy access to go ahead without any query from the government to open the door wide for international workers all over the world who have that skills, who have that experience that they want to come into the country and work for them. So another reason why employers love this particular GTS program is because it takes a very short time to process. This kind of program does not give the employers much headache, unlike the LMIA that usually takes a very long time. With this program, it takes just 14 days after your application has been made for your visa to be approved. You see, it's very easy. In just 14 days after you make your application, you are going to get results. So if your application is applied today, 14 days after, you are going to get your visa. There's no two ways about it. So it is very, very direct. And of course, all employers would like to go for a program that is easy like this and an application that will go out smooth and fast. So guys, do not forget the difference between this program and the programs that uses the LMIA. For the LMIA, they are recruiting people to come into the country because that position has to be filled, okay? But for this particular program, they are putting people into the country because no other person can fill in that position, because the people that they have here do not have the skills, do not have the experience to fill in that application, to fill in that position. So in other words, the only thing the employer has to do is to explain to the government the benefits that Canada will get from having skilled laborers, to having people who have that experience from outside the country to come inside the country. So this is definitely a better and a faster way compared to the LMIA. So there are two types of job positions in this program, okay? So we have the category A and then we have the category B. So under the category A, we have jobs that are under the NOC A or NOC B. So these are non-tech jobs, but there are certain things that need to be considered for this job category A, okay? So the first thing there is that these GTS, they have some GTS stream partners, which explain that these GTS stream partners must have already made some advertisements to fill in this position of people who has the experience or skill to fill in these vacant positions. Okay, so when they don't get people to fill in this position, then the company can go ahead and make a presentation to the government and say, we need this position, right? But the people here in Canada are not qualified because they don't have the skills that we need. So allow us to bring in people who have the skills, who have this experience from outside of Canada to come in, because Canada would benefit from them. So what they do is this: when they have a particular vacancy to be filled, they have a particular position to be filled, they send up these vacancies to the GTS partners, and these GTS partners will be the one that will help them to advertise for that position. And it is only when they are sure that no one comes in, they move to the next stage. So the second one we will be talking about is the category B. So for this category B, you do not need a referral from any designated partners from the global stream. So these are basically for people who are into the tech world. Okay, so if you know you are in the tech world, you are an IT guy, you are a software developer, you are a civil engineering, you are a system developer, and all of the techs, this is for you. So what you have to do now is to go to the website. I'll be putting all of the list of the website that I mentioned in important links that you need to go through the application process. I'll be putting everything in the description box. So when you get to my description box, open it and click on those links. Okay, so there will be useful links for you to apply for this program. Okay, so what you need to do now is to go and check if the NOC or if the skills that you have fall into the NOC or category B. Now let's talk about the eligibility and requirements. So the first eligibility and requirement for you to be a participator of this program is that you need to get a job offer. Okay, so that's the first thing. So the second eligibility is that offer that has been given to you must come from a referred designated partner. If it is not coming from a designated partner, then it will not be used. Your employer or the person who is employing you must be able to pay you a base salary of $80,000 per annum. Another eligibility or requirement is that you must have an advanced skill for that job. Okay, so in other words, if you say you are skilled, if you say you are experienced, be sure you know what you are talking about. So another eligibility is two ways. It is either you have a 5-year degree program in that job offer that you are going for, or you have a complete minimum 5 years experience in that particular skill that you are claiming that you have experience in. So it's either academically you can show a 5 years degree, or work-wise you can show a 5 years work experience in that skill. And then for category B, which is usually the most popular, you must have at least 5 years experience in any of the tech job that has been advertised. Okay, so for the category B, you must have an experience in any of the targeted job that has been advertised, irrespective of number of years. Okay, as long as it is a tech job and you have experience in it, then you're good to go. So the second requirement for the category B is that your base salary has to be in line with what the IRCC have in their websites. So how would you want to apply for these jobs? Okay, if you want to apply for this job, we have several job sites here in Canada. We have the Indeed.com, we have the Glassdoor, we have Monster, but the most popular, okay, and the one that is initiated, that is in line with the government of Canada, is the Canada Job Bank. Okay, so when you see this job in this site, please kindly go ahead and apply. And then finally, after the application, you get your offer letter. Upon getting your offer letter, within just 14 days of you getting that job, your visa is going to be approved and sent to you. You can decide to come into Canada alone if you do not have family. But if you have family, you can go ahead and add your family to your visa and bring them into Canada. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video till this time. Remember, if you have any question, drop all of your comments in the comment section, and I'll keep doing my best in bringing out the best strategies, fastest paths, the best routes for you to come into Canada. I will see you in my next video. Bye.
But if I lay down